Hello, welcome back to Auto Pop Culture. Today we're going over Friendly Fires and their album called Inflorescent. Inflorescent. So I love Friendly Fires. I love Friendly Fires so fucking much. I got into their stuff, like the first song, which was their first song, which was Paris. I immediately got into it. I loved it. I was like, I need to get into this. I love this kind of like tribal-ish island kind of sound that they have going on. I was like, I need to get into this. The drums inside all their songs are insane. So I got into it. The first album, I thought it was amazing. I got into their second album, Paula, which I thought was even better. It just kept them going and going and going. And then finally, they kind of did a weird thing where they kind of did more remixes and kind of different, like, they kind of turned into more of a DJ type of sound, or people, than more of like their own little sound for a while, and then they just disappeared. And I was like, oh, I've been waiting for them to come back with something else, and every time they come back, it was more like a remix of something. And so I was just like, when are they coming back? And finally, they did. And they came back with the first single, which is inside the album. So I'll go through the whole album, talk about it and everything, and break down each song, something like that. And let's get started. So the first song is Can't Wait Forever. So immediately starting off the album with a lot of different sounds. A lot of like their new sounds, which I know that in the past, and one of the things that they mentioned is that they didn't, like, the lead singer, Ed McFarlane, said that he didn't want to go back to the sound of Paula. He wanted to go to more of a different kind of like sound, pretty much. So this definitely gives you that snippet of that sound. The whole album is pretty much the sound of something different with a reminder-ish of their old sound that they usually have. So this one definitely has that. Like, it gives you, like, the production's lightly reminds you of the old sound they had, but also way more production, actually. They add more horns. Like, they have horns into it, which is nice. And it's just like, it just starts you off immediately in the album. It's amazing. It's a good song. This song is pretty much saying he doesn't want to stand still. He doesn't want to, like, he can't really wait forever. He has to kind of make things happen now, kind of thing. And I wonder if that's to do with, like, their sound. Like, oh, we have to go back, and you can't just sit back and just wait for this to happen. We have to, like, actually give this sound to other people, to our fans, because he's been waiting for it. They've been waiting forever, and we have. Number 2 is one of my favorite songs off the album, which is Heaven Let Me In. Their second single to the album, and it was just, oh my god. The first time I heard this, I was like, I love it, into it, love it. Watched the music video, and it had this one of the stars, I can't remember his name, but he pretty much started in the whole video, and it kind of synced into the more like the more like psychedelic ways of the music video. Was kind of weird and interesting at the same time. This song, I just love it. First of all, the first song, Can't Wait Forever, mingles into Heaven Let Me In, and it just sounds so great. So it's like that's one of my favorite things I love about songs, is when they kind of mingle to the next song. It's really great, and it definitely does it. This song actually reminds me a lot of the skipping parts of it. Reminds me a lot of Blue Cassette from Paula. The song is pretty much just talking about letting go of control, letting go of things that he cannot control, and understanding that he's not perfect. Kind of like the whole Heaven Let Me In kind of thing is just like, I understand, like, it's not really, I don't really have the perfect record of being who I am, but let me in anyway, kind of thing. Number 3 is Silhouettes, which was their last single before they released the album. I love the music video. I love the music video with the dancing. He's back, like, Ed's doing his dancing again, which is I love when he does his dancing. Kiss of Life reminds me of this music video. So the sound has way more of a disco sound, and it's just like this, like, silhouettes, choo choo kind of sound that goes on. It's really nice. It's super catchy. All the songs are super catchy, but this is definitely one of the catchiest ones. Ba ba da, ba ba da kind of thing is also adds on to the catchiness. Like it just it's amazing. Number 4 is Offline featuring Friend Within. This is a way they kind of tone down the sound a little bit now. Not tone down, more like kind of give you more of a relaxed sound because it's chill, but it's more it's still bouncy production like with the other song. But I feel like it's a nice, perfect, gradual. Okay, you had the up tempo sounds. Let's slowly bring you down to more of a chiller sound. It totally works. It's a great song. So it's pretty much, I want to say this is pretty much about social media, but because it says I can't experience the power of moments without only complete if I feel it in real life. And so I think that kind of thing is like it's having these moments online. It's not really doing anything for him, so he has to kind of live RIL. I love the horns in this. They seem to be adding a lot more horns into their sound, which is nice. And I love the underwater sound like production that it was having in the end, which is really nice. Number 5 is Sleep Talking. This actually kind of reminded me of like a new a light 90s sound with the background production. And also the song is pretty much about him saying his lover like kind of sleep talks, and they don't really directly say if it's like what she says is a good thing to him, because he says what I want to hear, what I need to hear, but doesn't really say if he likes it or not, you know. But yeah, so it's about that, and I think the song's cute. I like it. Number 6 is Kiss and Rewind, which is a song I've heard a good handful of times now. I love the bass guitar in this that kind of rides through the beat the whole time. This song is pretty much saying he doesn't want his lover to. He doesn't want to lose his lover. He wants to kind of make it better and work it out and everything. Hence the Kiss and Rewind. Number 7 is Love Like Waves, which is their first single coming back from their 7-year hiatus. So this one has a nice funky bass guitar, which is the bass guitar's upgrade of bass guitars has been amazing. They've already had great rhythm in their bass guitars, but this has been much more like in your face. So this song is very similar. It kind of reminds me a lot of the past songs. I think it was an idea of like let's give you a snippet of our new sound, but so it doesn't come off like we're giving like, but also ease you into or give you a taste of our new sound while easing into our old previous sound that we had before. And so I feel like exactly that's what this song does. Number 8 is one of my favorite songs, is Lack of Love, and I know it's a cover song, but it's so good that you kind of forget it's a cover. So, and it's definitely sinking deeper into their newer sound. It's much more disco-y, and I love and I feel like this song is the most, he kind of goes, like, his runs and everything is much more appreciated in this. I feel like he kind of goes for it in that kind of direction. And it's just a great song. I can kind of hear it on repeat, and it's very repetitive in a perfect way that you want to kind of dance to that same sound, and it just sounds great. Number 9 is Cry Wolf. So this song is way more chill after that song. It gives you that kind of like, I like to call it Coke break song, when it kind of like, it goes on for a while in the best way. This one kind of gives you more of a lower chill sound, kind of like a poolside kind of feel. This song's pretty much saying that he wants to keep his ex pretty much is with another guy, but he still has the feelings for her, but she takes advantage of that feeling of him feeling for her by like flirting with her ex and trying to make him jealous, like purposely jealous, seeking him out for that reason. And then, but even though all of that, he keeps coming back to her. I'm assuming that she talks to him like throughout and say like, oh, you're still in my heart, kind of thing, kind of keeping him hanging on so that he would still kind of fawn for her. Meanwhile, she's with another guy, and she has like 2 guys in the set in the same time. It's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, The song is so chill. It's so amazing. Number 10 is Almost Midnight, which is one of my favorite songs. One of my top favorite songs off this album. I love the production. I love the electric guitar like plucking that sound. That really goes really well. I love the going for the kiss kind of thing. Like it just immediately explodes to like the chorus. They know how to make an explosive chorus, and it just sounds so great. It's very dancey. It's catchy like the other songs, and it also has like kind of like, I don't know, like it sounds like the old sounds-ish with a different upgrade in some ways. The song is pretty much saying that he's trying to find the courage to talk to this love interest before the end of the night, and he's like saying like it's almost midnight. I need to make a move. I need to make a move. I need to make a move now. You know. And finally, number 11 is Run the Wildflowers. This is a way direct sound to their old sound. I do like the fact I do like it, but I also feel like they added a little more tribally sound to it. Especially in the chorus, the chorus completely reminds me of Goldfields, which gave me a complete idea. I was like, what if Goldfields and Friendly Fires did like a collab, like one song or two songs collab kind of thing, where you have the high, like the belting voices of Ed McFarlane with a nice little like Mark Fuller's like airy voice and his deep voice part. Like I think they would mix perfectly, especially harmonize perfectly with each other. I think it would be so amazing. Okay, so that's it. So that's all the songs. I completely give this album an 8 out of 10 because it's a really good album, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10 because I just feel like it has it's so great, and it has a perfect like row of songs that go perfectly with each other as they go down. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. If you liked the songs, if you didn't like songs, what were your favorite songs? What were your least favorite songs? And don't forget to subscribe and like. Hit the naughty bell. And tell me, and if you have some songs or albums that you want me to kind of get into, let me know. Leave a comment below and tell me, and I would love to get into those ones. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great hump day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.